to today's podcast. Now today we're making fudge, the ultimate fudge recipe. The thing is you only have 4 ingredients. So we have milk, condensed milk, butter and demerara sugar. That's it. The wider the saucepan, the easier it is to cook. By that I mean there's a wider surface area so you can better stir the mixture a lot easier. So first of all, put your milks into the pan, just like that. Then add the butter, just put it in the centre, and the sugar. And just keep the sugar in the middle of the pan so that the liquid is on the outside. And what we need to do is, over a gentle heat, is dissolve the sugar. Now if at any point this sugar gets on the outside of the pan before it's had a chance to dissolve, what happens is it recrystallises and drops back into the mixture. That will make the fudge go grainy a lot quicker and it won't cook correctly. So just bring this together and gently stir that until all the mixture is dissolved. What you must do is keep the mixture moving all the time. Remember, there's quite an intense heat there. And you can hear the sugar underneath. So just keep the whole thing moving. If you don't, what will happen is the sugar will catch in different places and those little burnt bits will come through. So just keep that moving over low heat until you can't hear that sound. Now at this stage, you can hear that the sugar's dissolved. You can't hear that anymore. You can hear the spatula bottom of the pan. And as you can see, the mixture is quite runny. But if you're not careful, if you don't keep scraping all of the pan, little areas will catch slightly. Ends up with little tiny dark spots in the finished fudge. So just keep an eye on it. Now this is quite hot now. We need to get it up to an even boil. So all the pan is boiling, not just the edge. Now this has been boiling for about 7 or 8 minutes, and you can see the texture is changing. It's almost like a lava now rather than a liquid. At this point, you can be very careful it doesn't get on your hands or your skin, because it will burn you pretty quickly. But as long as you're careful and just stir it gently, you'll be absolutely fine. Now the way to test if it's ready, a little spoonful and just drop it into some iced water. Just like that. And that will sink and it will set. Give it a few seconds and I'll show you that in a second. In the meantime, take it off the heat, pop it on a board, and you gently beat the mixture now for about 8 to 9 minutes so the whole thing thickens up. And there it is. Look at that. That is still actually quite hot, but that is what we call, in chefy terms, soft ball sugar. And that means at that setting point, the fudge is perfect. If the mixture's not at that point, slightly runny, it slips through your fingers into the ice, put the pan back on the stove and give it another 3 or 4 minutes. And just keep testing it, and it'll end up just like that. As you can see, it's changed completely and it's starting to go quite dull and matte. That's what we're after. See, that shine is going. We're not far away now. As you can see, it's thickened up as well. After 8 to 10 minutes, the whole thing will come together and that's about perfect. At this stage, add your flavourings, your stem ginger or your nuts or your chocolate, whatever, and just fold it through, and that is perfect. I'm going to transfer it into a parchment-lined tin, and this is the advantage of using a non-stick pan also, that it comes out relatively clean, which is quite good. And just spread that around into your baking parchment. And it'll end up like that. And if you want to just pat it down with your fingers, you can. That's about perfect. Leave that to set. It'll probably take about half an hour. There it is. Nicely set. And just pull out the fudge, take off the baking parchment, and there it is. Look at that. And just look at that. The knife should just go through it perfectly. just draw a sharp knife through, and I'll just show you this. Look at that texture. And then, cut it all square. That's it. Delicious. Bear in mind, the longer you beat it, the more grainier it will become. But that is really soft. See the texture there. There we are, that it is. Now over here, I've got exactly the same base, but this one here has got chocolate and hazelnuts chopped through it. And this one here is glacé cherry and stem ginger. So they make great presents. And it's really easy to make. For more of my delicious recipes, go to carnation.co.uk.